In today's video, we are going to be talking about a PlayStation platform finally ending production. No, it's not the PlayStation 4, it's not even the PlayStation 3. However, it's a PlayStation platform that I was a big fan of, and that is the PlayStation Vita. The Japanese official page of the PS Vita has been updated, and it's indicating that new shipments for the portable console will be ending in the next few days. Want to talk about that, the history of the PS Vita, where it went wrong, what it did right, and everything in between. Also, there's going to be a massive day one patch for Anthem, so if you guys are excited for Anthem, just know you're going to have to download something day one, and that should smooth out the game for its PS4 launch. Google is holding a gaming keynote next month at GDC 2019. We know that they want to get into the game streaming business. They did Project Stream a little while ago. It seems like that was a pretty big success, so it'll be interesting to see where they go in the future. Left Alive's PlayStation 4 version has gone gold. With so many popular IPs making the transition into Battle Royale, it begs the question, could Rainbow Six Siege be going Battle Royale? And it is not, according directly from the creative director. First up, if you check the Japanese official page of the PlayStation Vita, you'll notice the description indicates that new shipments for the portable console will be ending in the next few days. Back in September of 2018, Sony Interactive Entertainment's Senior Vice President Hiroyuki Oda said that the PlayStation Vita will see its production end in 2019 and that no successor had been planned, and it seems now the time is coming. Considering the new fiscal year will be starting in April 2019, it probably makes sense for Sony to kick off that fiscal year with the PlayStation Vita not in their portfolio. It's unfortunate to me, and it's depressing to me because I love the PlayStation Vita. When it was first announced, I thought it had a lot of potential. This was a portable platform that was incredibly powerful, dual analog sticks, and it was going to be priced at $250, which at the time didn't break the bank because the 3DS was also priced at $250. And when you just compared the platforms side by side, the PlayStation Vita just seemed like the better option. However, a lot of things changed by the time the PlayStation Vita was ready to be released. One of the main factors is that the 3DS saw a significant price cut. It went from $250 to $180. And on top of that, the 3DS was really beginning to build a portfolio of excellent games. By the time the PlayStation Vita was released, not only was it significantly more expensive than the 3DS at $250, you also had to buy those obscenely expensive memory cards. So at the end of the day, when you were picking up your PS Vita, not only did you have to buy the $250 platform, you at the very least needed a 4GB memory card, which was $30, and then the games were pretty expensive as well. I believe Uncharted Golden Abyss was a title that was released at a full $50. So you were talking about dropping $330 from the get-go to get your PS Vita experience, whereas on the 3DS, you're looking at the 3DS for $170, and then you could pick up games for $30 or $40. It was just a more accessible experience, and also it did have the gimmick of 3D. PS Vita had some cool gimmicks as well, a back touchpad, a great games, of course. There's no gimmick that beats great games. And the PlayStation Vita did have an exceptional launch lineup with games like Uncharted Golden Abyss, Mod Nation Racers, and then games following launch, you had games like Unit 13, Gravity Rush, Killzone Mercenary. There were quality games released for the PlayStation Vita. Unfortunately, it never seemed to really gain that mainstream attraction, and that is depressing because, again, I thought the platform was really great, really synchronized everything on the PlayStation Network, added trophies. There was just a lot to like about the PS Vita. Unfortunately, with how big budget the games were, it was a massive undertaking to actually develop those games, and if they didn't sell well enough, well, yeah, there was only so many losses that Sony could take, and unfortunately, it looks like the PlayStation Vita will finally be coming to an end. There are a couple of games being released here and there digitally and even physically. A lot of games from limited run games or just games with limited production in general, and Western Vita versions didn't even come for a game like Catherine Full Body, so over here in the West, the Vita has just been forgotten about over here. I know back when it was released, a lot of gamers were compelled by it, a lot of people had high hopes for it, but it just didn't turn out like how Sony had planned and how a lot of gamers had hoped it to turn out. So it does look like production on the PS Vita will be ending in the next few days, so that's a little bit depressing. However, let's also talk about the massive Anthem Day 1 patch that should smooth out the game for its PlayStation 4 launch. Here's the full Day 1 patch notes. Improved loading times, fixed many infinite loading screens, fixed multiple challenges not tracking properly, a number of issues have been fixed that were causing players to disconnect or crash, weapons and gear now have numbers present for modifiers, and there were a bunch of general fixes and improvements. I can't go over everything because there are so many updates to gears and weapons, javelins, crafting, UI. I can go on and on. A lot of fixes have been made, so great to see Anthem getting a big Day 1 patch. The game right now seeing a little bit of a mixed reception, but this is a game that's gonna evolve greatly over the next year, 16 months, probably even longer than that. So you really can't look at what you're getting right now and expect that to be the final product. Do expect this to be an ever-evolving experience. Moving on from that, I think everybody is well aware that Google is looking to get into the gaming industry after their successful trial period of Project Stream, their streaming platform. Google has announced today plans for a new gaming press event next month during the Game Developers Conference. Their keynote will take place exactly 1 month from today on Tuesday, March 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. Eastern time. Remember, Google has been testing out Project Stream that allowed gamers to try out Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and if you did play an hour of that game through streaming, you were actually given a free copy of that game on PC, so that was pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see what Google's game plan is to get into gaming. Are they just looking to stick specifically into streaming, or do they want to get into the hardware market? Just hypothesizing from a company like Google's standpoint, usually they want to be ahead of the curve, so you would think that they would be more focused onto game streaming. I've always said that game streaming is a long ways away from being fully accepted. People just don't have that high quality internet. Even with someone like me that has pretty good internet, I love downloading games through PlayStation Now instead of streaming them. Sure, it is a nice feature, but I don't think we're at that point where the majority of gamers are gonna move to exclusively streaming games. I just don't think we're there quite yet. But whatever Google's doing, you know it's going to be something worth keeping an eye on, and again, their keynote will take place exactly 1 month from today on Tuesday, March 19th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Moving on from that, I've also been saying that Left Alive is one of Square Enix's most important game releases of the year. Square Enix, a publisher that's been floundering a little bit. Kingdom Hearts 3 has done very well, so that's good for them. However, they have had some releases such as Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Just Cause 4, even Final Fantasy 15, all the turmoil that game went through. Those games all being a part of long-running franchises fumbling a little bit. Now they have a new IP in Left Alive. Well, it is set in the Front Mission universe, but for the majority of people, Left Alive is a brand new game, and it's seeing a lot of comparisons to Metal Gear, and Metal Gear being absent now, Left Alive could be a title that gains immense popularity just for being a quality title to fill that void. Now, it's all contingent on the game being a quality title. However, now the PlayStation 4 version has gone gold, and we're seeing more and more gameplay of the title. Specifically, there was a Left Alive live show Volume 2 live stream, and around the 19-minute mark, you'll see a bunch of new content, and it shows part of Chapter 6, which is much more advanced and much more gameplay-oriented than anything we've seen at this point. Left Alive is a game that's still been left a little bit in the dark. We don't know a ton about the game, but it is coming up on its release pretty shortly, and Left Alive will be out in Japan on February 28th, and the PlayStation 4 version will be coming to the West on March 5th. Moving on from that, everybody and their mother right now is still trying to get into the Battle Royale market, whether it be Respawn with Apex Legends that has been immensely successful, or games going through a little bit more turmoil like a PlanetSide Arena, or games going through a little bit more turmoil like a PlanetSide. However, Rainbow Six Siege is one game that maybe you're thinking of, could it go the Battle Royale route? We've seen other first-person shooters go Battle Royale like Call of Duty. However, the creative director put a kibosh on that idea, saying, quote, "No, I am not interested at all in Battle Royale. The genre is doing a nice job, but it's not Siege." I think that's great because not every game needs to be a Battle Royale experience. It could just be Rainbow Six Siege on its own. It's already a very compelling experience. It's a game that so many people are playing. There's no need for Siege to also be a Battle Royale game because it offers so much without Battle Royale and it keeps gamers compelled. Battle Royale, in my opinion, if you throw that onto Siege, it would just be seen as attack on, and of course that would inherently be a problem. And you don't want to give Siege, which is one of the more well-received franchises, why even throw on Battle Royale? You don't need to, and it would do nothing for the overall Siege experience. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, the PlayStation Vita is ending production in the next few days. That's from the official PS Vita Japanese site. That's disappointing news to me, but I think that is something we were expecting for quite a while. The PlayStation Vita is something Sony was phasing out for the last couple of years. I had very high hopes for it, but unfortunately my hopes never panned out and the potential of the platform was never realized. However, there were some terrific games on it, whether it be Uncharted Golden Abyss, Killzone Mercenary, Wipeout 2048, Gravity Rush, gosh, there are a lot of quality experiences on the PlayStation Vita, and how could I forget Persona 4 Golden? Anthem will have a massive day one patch, so be on the lookout for that. Google is holding a gaming keynote next month at the Game Developers Conference. That'll be happening March 19th, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Left Alive on the PlayStation 4 has gone gold, and Rainbow Six Siege will not be getting a Battle Royale mode. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.